Well, what do you know? It looks like good old Carl's Jr. is bringing back the El Diablo burger to their menu, and not just for a limited time, for all eternity, as in permanently. And to help celebrate, they're spreading that goodness to a couple of other items on their menu as well. That's right, and as you just saw, their hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are going to be getting some of that El Diablo love. So sit tight, because up next I've got the El Diablo hand-breaded chicken wrap. As always, I'm Ian K, and you're about to peep this out. Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
You know, here I thought this was going to be a little bit of a hefty situation because it kind of felt kind of hefty in the hand, but it's actually a little on the small side. So without further ado, let me give you the first shot of this one here. And as you can see, it is a little small with a lot of tortilla. Let me break this one on down for you fully before we get right into it. Okay, so right off the break, I gotta say, this is looking like it's gonna be El Diablo in name only because it's missing a few key ingredients, and of course I'm gonna explain, but what you're looking at here is supposed to be a warm flour tortilla, which I have to admit does look fairly sizable. In addition, of course, we've got that white meat chicken tender, which is actually dipped in buttermilk and fried to a crispy golden brown, and the size on that one is a little on the small size as well, but you know what, it is what it is. We've got plenty of shredded lettuce. It looks like there's no shredded cheese, and there should be some shredded cheese on the inside of this, but a very decent amount of the fiery habanero sauce. But guys, if this is El Diablo, it's missing bacon, it's missing the jalapeno poppers. It would have been nice to have a little bit more of a full-featured situation, and maybe some shredded pepper jack cheese. I mean, all the other toppings of it really needs to kind of be there if you're going to call this El Diablo. Otherwise, it's just a spicy chicken tender wrap. I'm a little disappointed with that. So let's just see if the flavor delivers on this one. Guys, this is what they're calling, quote-unquote, the El Diablo hand-breaded chicken tender wrap here at Carl's Jr. Let's peep out this flavor. Oh, Carl's, what are you doing here with this one? Like I said, I was really expecting to see some of the real El Diablo goodness on the inside of this. I mean, I get the whole chicken thing there. It's a chicken wrap, of course, but a little bit of something extra. Maybe some sliced jalapenos even, or something extra, except just a habanero sauce. That's really the only thing, with some shredded lettuce and no shredded cheese. So we're already batting 1,000 today with this one, guys. Let's just see if the flavor delivers one more time. This is the quote-unquote El Diablo hand-breaded chicken tender wrap here at Carl's Jr. Let's peep this out. I mean, it's okay. The sauce is good. A little bit of sizzle, nothing really crazy. Tender white meat, not bad. But again, just a spicy chicken wrap. El Diablo, crazy heat, something extra. I'm not feeling it. And you know what? I'm really glad I got the 2 for $6 at least, because even though the size is not so crazy big on these, one of these is $3.99, so you're crazy not to do the 2 for $6. And actually, if you order in the app, there's a 20% discount more often than not as well. So a little over $5 actually with some tax, but still very, very light in terms of the overall of everything on this one, guys. It's really not worth it, but again, El Diablo in name only. It's really kind of to celebrate the burger being back. Let's just put some of the sauce on the chicken wrap and call it a day, I guess. So let's just keep going in, guys. It is what it is. You know, for the size of the tortilla, you really need at least 2 chicken tenders. I don't think it's out of the question, considering the price point, to throw an extra one in here. But guys, if you really want to call this El Diablo, give me a little bit of that shredded pepper jack cheese maybe, jalapeno coins, something along those lines, maybe a little bit of like a bacon strip, something to kind of simulate it, because as it stands, it really is just a spicy chicken tender wrap. That's basically it. So I'm probably going to knock this one off with you guys here, but it is what it is. Lots of tortilla. Definitely not worth it for the price point, but if you get it on special, I'd probably try it just for that. It's the way that I did it anyway. Let's just keep going in. It's like a 3 or 4 biter, if that, because I have a little bit left on here when it comes to the amount of chicken on the inside. It's pretty sad, it really is. And you know what, now that I think about it, I think that was my general consensus when I did the other versions of the chicken wraps that they have over here as well. You're probably seeing that up on the screen here right now. Take a look at that one. Again, the value isn't really there price-wise considering the size of what these wraps are. But again, I'm really disappointed because the El Diablo name is seriously being diluted at this point because, guys, it really is in name only. So it is what it is. I think I'm just going to take one more bite because the rest is tortilla in the very back here, and then we'll just wrap up this review with the rating coming up next. But like I said, what are you gonna do? I mean, the price point being what it is, I expected a little bit more for the money and at least something similar to what's on the burger. I mean, at the very least, something extra. Let's go for one more bite and we'll wrap it up. Hang on. Well, here's a little B-roll to help wrap this one up, guys. And as you can see, not a lot for the money, especially here in Southern Cali for this 2 for $6. If you can get this one on special, which I'd recommend, look for those extra promo discounts. But other than that, it is what it is. And unfortunately, that's all that can really be said for it. Well, I had a feeling this one was going to be a little bit of a quickie review, guys, and unfortunately, as I'm saying all throughout this review, it is what it is. There's really nothing really else to say about this particular one. So based upon my experience with it and the overall presentation with everything involved with it today as well, I'm going to have to give the quote-unquote El Diablo hand-breaded chicken tender wrap here at Carl's Jr. a very lackluster 4 out of 10. Very, very light, guys, in terms of the overall flavor otherwise. I mean, I gotta say, the sauce was decent, but everything else on that just did not deliver. It just needs to be a little bit more girthy for the size, considering how much tortilla is there, considering how much you're paying for it, and the fact that it had hardly anything from El Diablo, aside from the sauce maybe, you really can't call it that. I'm sorry, it is what it is. That's a spicy chicken tender wrap, and that's all that it is. And like I said, guys, a little expensive for what it is as well. What are you gonna do? Well, what you can do is definitely do me a favor right now. Drop some comments down below. What did you guys think of the El Diablo hand-breaded chicken tender wrap over here at Carl's Jr.? Did it look pretty tasty to you? I mean, would you pay the price point of 2 for $6, let alone $3.99 for one? Did that look like it was worth $4 solo dolo? Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high-quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for that next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Hey guys, I'd like to take a quick moment to thank all of our YouTube channel members and Patreon supporters. Guys, thank you so very much for your monthly contribution to the channel. It's because of your direct support that the channel continues to grow, and you really do help me to keep delivering the content that you want to see. I couldn't do it without you, and I seriously appreciate the love and support. Thanks again for all you do and for being such a big part of our positive community here on the platform. Hey, thanks for checking out this review, guys. But just in case you didn't see the one I did before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's going to recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.